Hey guys, what's up? It's Hope, and I wanted to make sure and go ahead and start these videos about our infertility journey. If you haven't been watching any of my other videos, I had vertical sleeve weight loss surgery on July 1st, 2013 to hopefully be able to cure me of polycystic ovarian syndrome and allow us to be able to get pregnant without all of the infertility struggle that we had been having prior to weight loss surgery. I lost a total of over 140 pounds with the gastric sleeve surgery, and unfortunately my PCOS is not cured and we are still struggling with infertility post weight loss surgery. So I guess I am the exception to the rule. I know I heard and read a lot about women who have PCOS who have weight loss surgery or lose a significant amount of weight. They are able to get pregnant no problem after weight loss surgery, after having lost a significant amount of weight. That unfortunately was not my case. And so even after losing 140 pounds with gastric sleeve surgery, I am still on the road to becoming a mom. And so I wanted to make sure and update everyone. I believe the last time I gave a fertility update, I was getting ready to do the SIS procedure with my fertility specialist. It was just to make sure that all of the anatomy was correct. There were no abnormalities as far as any of my female reproductive organs go, and all of that checked out perfectly fine. So I was really grateful for that. No abnormalities, no masses, no anything that looked out of the ordinary. So I was really grateful for that, other than my cystic ovaries, of course, that comes along with polycystic ovarian syndrome. So up next, we had to have my husband do another sperm analysis. He did one back in September, and his sperm count was low. So they wanted to do another one just to see if maybe that was just from stress, or if that was going to kind of be what his results were going to be every time. And so we did another sperm analysis a couple of weeks ago, and our specialist set us down and said, if it comes back low again, your chances of getting pregnant without any sort of fertility medication or treatment are going to be pretty much zero, because they found out that I just don't ovulate on my own. My body doesn't know to grow an egg, and it doesn't know to release an egg. And if it grows an egg, obviously it doesn't know to release it. So there's lots of different things going on in my body other than, just not being able to get pregnant and just having PCOS. So our specialist said that if my husband's count comes back low again, that he would be willing to do fertility medicine, Femara specifically, but he would only really allow that for so many months before it was time to really say, okay, are you going to do IUI or are you going to do IVF? Just because of our situation and all of our history that comes into play and just our levels and everything. He did say that he feels like, depending on if my husband's count came back low or not, would really decide on what his plan of treatment would be for us. So on February 26th, we got a message letting us know that his sperm count was low again. And so it was a little bit higher than last time, but it was still considered low or abnormal. And so my specialist recommendation was for us to just jump straight to IUI or IVF. He did not feel like we would be successful with doing fertility drugs. He felt like our chance of getting pregnant would be that much better really would be our only option if we went ahead and did IUI or IVF. More so, he felt like with IVF, because they're able to take the specimen and wash it away and take all the good ones and find a really good one and use that for IVF, as opposed to IUI where, they just kind of stick it up there and hope it does what it's supposed to do, find the egg. He said we had about a 12% chance of getting pregnant with fertility medicine. He felt like because my husband's count was still pretty low and I don't ovulate on my own, that it would be about a 12% chance for us to get pregnant with fertility medicine without going to IUI or IVF. So my husband and I talked about it, we prayed about it, and we felt like you know, why not just do fertility medicine? We want to be able to say we tried everything before we exhausted all measures and went the IUI or IVF route. And so we are currently on our first round of a Femara and intercourse cycle. I took Femara day 5 through 9 of my cycle, finished Femara on Monday of this week. I went on Tuesday for a scan, and they found 4 follicles growing, or 4 follicles large enough to grow an egg. And so I had a 9 and a 10 on one side and 2 9s on the other side. And he said because the day before was like my last day to take Femara, he wanted me to come back today. Today is Friday, March 13th, and so I just actually left my fertility specialist and wanted to make sure I gave an update before all of this kind of started running together. I want to make sure and journey or keep you all updated on my journey, so that way, number one, I'm able to update you and be able to get I don't know, just our journey out there for anyone else who's going through the same thing that I'm going through. And then number 2, to be able to look back on this and be able to see, you know, our whole entire journey from start to finish. So I just left my fertility specialist. Our hope was that the follicles would continue to grow larger so we would be able to see, you know, if an egg was growing. And so hopefully, fingers crossed, we were able to see that this morning. Unfortunately, I just left, and the follicles that were growing, all 4 of them, have either shrunk or they're the same size. So no real growth. A follicle has to be between an 18 or a 20, I believe, in order to have an egg, to be able to release an egg. So, yeah, so right now, what we're waiting on is, she said, when I came in the first time, my estrogen level was a certain number. That was my baseline. And when I came in on Monday, it was lower than that. What she said is normal sometimes when you take Femara. My next thing is to see what my estrogen levels were today. If they were low today and they weren't higher than they were last time, the chances of me growing an egg this time and ovulating are really low. She said, so probably we would cancel this cycle and start over next time. Our plan was to take Femara, be able to grow an egg, have, once my egg got to the certain size, an 18 or 20, I would give myself a trigger shot that would trigger my body to release the egg, and then we would try, and hopefully be able to get pregnant with just timed intercourse. She said, because I don't have any follicles that are large enough or even growing an egg, they're still too small to really tell. She said we would have to wait to see what my estrogen levels look like and then go from there. If my estrogen levels are low or the same, then he might just say, let's just go ahead and cancel the cycle and start over next month. But she said he's really good about exhausting all measures before he cancels the cycle. I'm currently on day 14. And so she said, I've definitely had patients where they ovulate super late. So we could definitely have an egg growing in there, but it's growing slow. And so, if my estrogen levels are on the rise, that's a good chance that I do have an egg growing, and they'll bring me back in on Tuesday for another scan and more blood work. And so every time I go in, I get blood work and a scan. So, she said it really just depends. Sorry. It really just depends on what my levels look like today. So I will make sure and update you all as soon as I get a call from them letting me know exactly what the plan is. But I wanted to make sure and update all of you on the SIS procedure and our plan and seeing our specialist and moving forward with this fertility journey. So I will make sure and update all of you on the next go around. As soon as I hear from them, I'll make sure and update you and let you know what our plan is for this next month. So my plan is not to yawn in every video, but if you've watched any of my other videos, I can't help it, I yawn in every video. So anyway, we're actually going out of town this weekend. We're going to go on a motorcycle ride for a benefit up near San Antonio, and then go ride in the Texas Hill Country. So I'm super excited about that. So hopefully that'll just kind of get my mind off of everything. and then start back next week fresh with, you know, seeing exactly what they want me to do. So I will see you guys again next time. I want to do a real quick weight loss surgery stats at the end of this video. Started out, my highest weight was 330. Surgery day weight on July 1st, 2013, I was 306. And today I'm 185. So that's a 3-pound loss from last week. And so I am still in my maintenance range and still doing really well as far as weight loss and staying in maintenance goes. I am currently in maintenance and have been in maintenance for the last 4 or 5 months or so. So, still doing pretty good. I just wanted to make sure and update everyone. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will definitely get back with you, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.